Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. We're an experienced and certified detective is about to educate you with facts and not hyperbole. I know that this one is going to shock a lot of you out of your wits because most of you will be like, "Is this a real?" Yes, it's real. You understand? And it is happening. It happened in the United States of America. Yes, it's happened in the United States of America, and it's happening December 20, 20 December 20th, 2019. You understand? And this is no hyperbole or no propaganda. This is facts. You understand? So when this channel has been reporting and telling people that the most powerful flag in the world is not the American flag, but the LGBTQ plus flag. So I want you to listen to this report, not this channel report, to show you. Because you have to understand, that white people, anything that white people want, they can get anything. If a white man wants to say that he's a truck, he, well, they will say that yes, he's a truck. Anything. If he wants to say that he can fly, yes, they say that he can fly, even although he cannot fly. So I want you to listen to this, I want you to listen to this report. One love. Just listen to it.
It was an honor to do that. It's a blessing from the Lord.
That's what 30-year-old Adolfo Martinez said when we showed up to his house in Ames. We came to ask him about charges that he tore down an LGBTQ pride banner from the nearby Ames United Church of Christ and burned it early Tuesday morning.
It is a judgment and is written to execute vengeance on the heathen and punishments upon the people.
By time staff had noticed the banner missing, police had already made an arrest. It said God is still speaking.
We believe God is still speaking to us through the Bible and through each other, through prayer, through worship. And because of that, we've been able to get to a place where we can affirm all of God's children, including queer people.
Senior Minister Eileen Gebby is a gay woman. She says she's planned for something like this since the Charleston church shooting, and she's been the target of online harassment in the past, so it's not a surprise.
But it doesn't feel good. However, it's not going to slow us down. We won't change.
Police say the banner burning happened outside the Dangerous Curves Gentlemen's Club.
Our understanding is he was a regular patron of the bar.
They say Martinez caused a disturbance there and got kicked out.
He came back at some point and told the people in the bar that he was going to burn the place to the ground. And at that point, he made a reference to burning their flag.
Police told us Martinez didn't make his motive clear to them, but he laid it all out for us.
So this was about homosexuality?
Yes. Exactly. I apparently, right, I burned down their pride. Plain and simple.
So no regrets about this?
No, none whatsoever.
So do you have any plans to fight the charges?
No. I'm guilty. I'm guilty as charged.
Gebby says all this shows there's more work to be done for LGBTQ rights.
The rates of violence against queer people are escalating, especially against trans women of color. We are a target, and so we need to double down on our witness to the humanity of all people.
But she says she holds no animosity.
He is our neighbor, and I would be glad to know him and to welcome him here to this space. The sentencing itself was really heartbreaking.
Minister Eileen Gebby was in court Wednesday when the judge sentenced 30-year-old Adolfo Martinez. Last summer, he tore down and burned an LGBTQ flag similar to this one on Ames Church of Christ. Now he faces 17 years in prison. Gebby admits it seems like a long sentence, but says there's a good reason.
Nobody got shot. Nobody was sexually assaulted. It was a banner. How much does that hurt? But I had to reflect on the fear it created in our sanctuary. People became afraid to go to church. We've had to continue to talk about how do we prepare for an active shooter. And as we learned during the trial, Mr. Martinez had been watching our church for some time. That's unsettling. Who else is watching us now?
I believe him to be very dangerous, and that's why my office recommended the maximum sentence.
Story County Attorney Jessica Reynolds says the judge agreed to the 17-year sentence because Martinez has a long history of harassment and is an habitual offender. He never showed any remorse.
The defendant stated that there was nothing the judge could do to stop him from continuing this behavior, and that he would continue to do this no matter what.
It was an honor to do that. It's a blessing from the Lord.
Back in June, Martinez told KCCI's Chris Gothner that he was guilty.
So no regrets about this?
No, none whatsoever.
So do you have any plans to fight the charges?
No, I'm guilty. I'm guilty as charged.
Pastor Gebby says the sentence sends a strong and clear message.
That we do not tolerate hatred on the basis of biology.
Yes, my people. So In case most of you didn't know that, that this man was charged for hate crime, for burning the LGBTQ plus flag. The hate crime trial of Adolfo Martinez had been unusually volatile. Unlike most of the defendants who tried to stay out of jail, Martinez 30 seemed to be actively court punishment. Yes, Martinez told the judge he was indeed trying to make a statement about gay people when he ripped down the rainbow stripe pride flag on June 11th and set it on fire in a nearby strip club parking lot. And no, he wasn't sorry. He said he wanted to cut us out of the land of living. Martinez's angry rhetoric targeting queer people, like, all those people, all the people, the man, them who say they're transgender and all this. But look, I'm not no psychologist or psychiatrist, but just listen to this man. You can know that this man is a madman. This man needs help. You understand? And I can bet you any money that he's in fact a madman. And no sane person would be walking around saying such thing. You understand? And he's saying it not even consciously. It's like the man living in a different world. So I don't understand how he's charged for hate crime for burning a flag when you burn the American flag, there is no crime. But that's how it is, So, as we know that this flag is more powerful than any other flag in the world. So, but I want to listen to this, from the late Justice Scalia about the American flag. And this is not no hyperbole, This is to show you how things really operate in this country, you understand? When it comes down to freedom of speech and stuff like that. But for this, Mr. Martinez to burn this flag and he's charged for an hate crime for burning cloth, man, this is kind of crazy. But I want to show you the power, of this flag. So you understand, you would hear that, they are showing, this is the new. So they use the court to criminalize people, especially mad people. Because this man is a madman. Mr. Martinez is crazy. This is not a man who have all his marbles together. And just listen to him, you know that. And we are the so-called ACLU and all those people to come out and help this man, because you know that this man is going through. He's going through, some serious psychological problem. But I want you to listen to Justice Scalia and what he said. Because you can burn the American flag, and there's no problem. None. You understand? But listen to this. And then I'll get to a next flag now, they call it Black Lives Matter flag. And to show you, the difference.
If I were king, I would not allow people to go about burning the American flag. However, we have a First Amendment which says that the right of free speech shall not be abridged, and it is addressed in particular to speech critical of the government. I mean, that was the main kind of speech that tyrants would seek to suppress. Burning the flag is a form of expression. Speech doesn't just mean written words or oral words. It could be semaphore. Burning a flag is a symbol that expresses an idea. I hate the government is unjust, whatever.
If you're not sure, then in the end, and no one knows the Constitution better than you do, doesn't it come down to your personal interpretation of the Constitution? If it isn't clear-cut, which it clearly isn't, you in the end have to make an opinion, don't you?
Well, don't forget, this person has to be convicted by a jury of 12 people who unanimously have to find that he was inciting to riot. So, it's not all up to me. It would be up to me to say that there was not enough evidence for the jury to find that, perhaps. But ultimately, the right of jury trial is the principle.
Yes, my people, so welcome again. So now you see that most people would think that the American flag is the most powerful flag in the world. But you realize that you can burn the American flag, and there's no consequences. You're not breaking any law or anything, and there's no punishment for it. You understand? You have people that burn the American flag on a regular basis, but they are not charged for any hate crime for hating America, because they are Americans and they live, born and raised here. And they are not charged for hate crime for burning the American flag and get 17 years in prison for doing stuff like that. So it goes to show you, that sometimes government can be really oppressive and terroristic in the laws that they have enacted. So America it has its goods and its bad side. But if you notice that there's nobody defending this man, Mr. Martinez, because we know that he's a madman. You don't have to ask. Just listen to this man. He's a madman. Which sane person commits do something like that, saying that they're guilty, even when you caught all the people. But look, we remember January 6, 2021, and these people, they killed police officers. They attacked the Capitol, and not one of them got even half of what Mr. Martinez did. And Mr. Martinez did not kill anyone. He did not attack any place. He didn't he didn't terrorize anybody there. He did not do anything. He didn't threaten to kill anybody, or he didn't kill anybody. And he got 17 years of burning a piece of cloth. But yet, see, when you burn the American flag, it's freedom of speech. I just don't understand that dynamics of style. Something is definitely wrong there. But it will show you the power of this flag and what it means, because it has nothing to do with black people who think that they are a part of this thing, because it's nothing to do with black people. As Dave Chappelle said, whatever the white man wants, he gets. If the white man say he wants to be a stone, yes, they say that he's a stone. If the white man wants to say that he's an eagle, he's an eagle. So whatever the white man wants. Remember, Rachel Dolezal, she's a white woman, and she was pretending to be black for years. And it's when they caught him, they said that, oh, she's unethical, dishonest, and stuff like that, and how dare you to be white and want to be black. So you see, this thing has nothing to do with black people or any rights. So all those idiots who are, all those black people in Jamaica think that when they're talking about LGBTQ plus rights, it has nothing to do with you if you're not white. So you get that in your head, because we have seen it, how it operates. You understand? And Mr. Martinez is just a victim of a circumstance. He needs mental health. You understand? And America, it has, as I've said, it has its ups and downs, and you can do things and there's no consequences, and you do other things and you're in trouble. So I want you to listen to this, watch this video now to show you the difference. So this is Black Lives Matter now, where a Hispanic man tore down a Black Lives Matter banner. You see him here, Mr. Martinez tore down the gay flag, and he got 17 years. Remember, black people, in America is the one who has suffered immense terrorism from the white people in this country. So you would think that it would be more appropriate for the person who tore down the Black Lives Matter banner would be subjected to this law that is terroristic. But no, I want you to listen just to show you, there's when they say that superiority, when one, as Bob Marley said, when one race not even a race, when a group of people think that they're superior to others. So black people, there's no other race on earth, no other people on earth have been terrorized economically, physical, all kind of. When you're talking about terrorism, black people are survivors of terrorism, and they're still enduring terrorism in 2022. You understand? And when you're black, you're wrong. Even when time you're right. You understand? So it's just that I want you to listen to this thing, because I don't want to digress and get ahead of myself. You understand? Let's listen to this.
Tario admitted stealing a Black Lives Matter banner from the Asbury Methodist Church in Washington, D.C. December 12th, and he pleaded guilty to carrying 2 illegal ammunition magazines with Proud Boys logos on them. The Fed sought a stay-away order after Tario's arrest January 4th, keeping him away from the nation's capital. But today, a judge sentenced Tario to more than prosecutors were seeking and gets nearly half a year in the D.C. jail. Meanwhile, another high-profile defendant could be headed back to the D.C. jail. It's Doug Jensen, the accused QAnon supporter who allegedly led the mob into that face-off with the lone Capitol police officer at the Senate chamber January 6th. Jensen was released from jail weeks ago, arguing that he disavowed QAnon and agreed to stay off the internet at home. Well, the feds allege Jensen was caught using the internet again to watch an election fraud accusation by MyPillow founder Mike Lindell. They're asking the court now to send Jensen back to jail. And the court ruled in favor of a different January 6th defendant this afternoon, Joseph Hackett of Florida, accused of being a leader of the Oath Keepers conspiracy to breach security at the insurrection. Hackett was seeking release from jail until trial, but the prosecutors wanted him held. The judge agreed to allow Hackett remain on home detention, out of jail. The judge says there's no evidence Hackett assaulted police or has violated the law in the months since January 6th. It'll be a busy week in January 6th prosecutions moving forward, including tomorrow. The man accused of putting his feet on Nancy Pelosi's desk and leaving her a vulgar note, he appears before a judge in the morning. I'm Scott McFarland. Now back to you.
All right, Scott, a lot going on. Thank you for the update.
Know that you have seen it. You would think that being black in America and their communities being terrorized, that would be an hate crime. But no, it's not an hate crime because it's normal thing. Remember, there's no history in America where you just have a gay community where it's just pure, predominantly gay people, and they're being targeted by white terrorists. It's only black people alone. There's no community that having. There's no bombing that's happening that's ever happened in America targeting LGBTQ plus people. It's only black people. You know. There's no history of any LGBTQ plus people being killed in the South, and their body desecrated and being terrorized, and there was no signs in the South or anywhere in America where they say that whites here, blacks here, and Irish here, and LGBTQ plus people are here. At no time. The only people in this country have been enduring terrorism from the inception of this country is black people. And look, you see the power. Black people don't have a flag, because we're talking about flag. It would be the red, black and green, which Marcus Garvey say represent black people. The black is the race, the green is the vegetation, the land. You understand? Red, black, and the red is the blood where black people bleed, and because of the terrorism that have been imposed on them by the Europeans who visit Africa. You understand? You will never see that flag, the red, black, and green flag over any embassy in the world, because black people don't have any power. So when you see this, they're talking about the LGBTQ plus community. It has nothing to do with black people. So all those black people who think that it has anything to do with us, it has nothing. You understand? We're not even talking about justice, because it's a different case. So it show you, if you burn the American flag, it's freedom of speech. If you attack the halls of Congress, kill police officers and stuff like that, and you incite it, and and you bring guns and ammunition to a restricted area, and tore down a Black Lives Matter banner, you know that you're not gonna get any sentence as close to even what it is just to tore down a LGBTQ plus banner. That goes to show you, it has nothing to do with black people. But you know what? The only reason why they talk about it with black people, guess what? And they are not being honest, But you cannot expect people who are not honest to be honest about anything. The thing is that, what is happening with the transgender women in the black community, and they're not telling you. It's just like most people don't even know of this case. And it happened when Donald Trump was president. Most Americans don't even, because they don't read. So the thing is that what is happening in the black community with these transgender women, these are men, who have their pipe, they still have their pipe fixtures. You understand? What happens is that they pretend to be women biologically. And if you have to pretend, it's not everybody can go along with the pretending. And they would kiss these black men, white men, or any man who say are attracted to them because the way that the makeup and the furs here and stuff like that, and how they walk and talk and whenever they decide now, say, it's time that I'm gonna give it up. And when these men, when they bend and open the body jar, you understand? I'm just doing that for the Jamaican audience. When they open the body jar and I tell the man to come on, put the pipe there. You have to understand that most people is not everybody into that, So what happens is that rage, to know that they get deceived and that anger that comes in, and that's how people, these murders should be murder, crime of passion, because you've been deceived, and they need to fix that. You understand, to prevent the more of these killings. Because it's sad for somebody to lose their life because of who they think they are and they are not. Because the other person, they are not in the real world. They are not living in reality. That's their reality. They want you to live in their reality. And what happens is the person who believes in laws and nature and believes in the truth is being deceived, and they get angry to know that all along I've been kissing a man and stuff like that. Imagine even that. That will make anybody lose their mind. So there's a lot of men in America that are in jail or prison for this stuff because of lies. So it shows who has the power. You understand? And both political parties, the GOP and the Democrats, they are in the tank, and you understand what I'm saying? But they see the GOP pretending they're just scamming the evangelist people. But the court now they have the court in 6-3, so everything in this town is politics, capitalism. Money is God, and God is nothing to them. But hey, long as live and see. So the American flag has no American flag. You can burn it, you can desecrate anything. Black Lives Matter Black Lives Matter is not a flag, it's just a banner. It's some scammer who scam black people and other people using emotion, waiting for black people, something bad to happen to black people. But in time, black people killing black people, they're absent. You need to tell black people to love each other and stop killing each other. You understand? But as soon as police kill a black person, everybody is out, and nothing is wrong with that. But it's supposed to be a balance thing, as Pastor Gina Jennings says. Black lives not supposed to be matter when a police officer kill a black man. It's supposed to matter at all times. When a black man kills the next black man, the community is supposed to stand up, and the same rules go for women. When a black man hijack a car with women and children and stuff like that, the black community must come out. So Black Lives Matter is not supposed to be matter when time the police. So, thanks for watching the Jamaica Young Police channel. Remember to like and share the video, and most of our comments. And remember to click on the bell for you to get the latest first one to get notification when we're about to drop a video. One love, all the best. Yeah, peace.